Hello students. Now in this class we will see by looking at the denominators, that is q. This is a rational number, and by looking at the written in the form p upon q, by looking at the nature of q, we will be able to tell whether this will have its decimal expression as terminating or non-terminating. And here also. So if I see 13 upon 125, I can write this as 13 upon 5 raised to power 3. And in the previous session we have studied that if the decimal expansion, if the denominator of a rational number is of this form, that is 5 raised to power m, 5 raised to power m into 2 raised to power n, where m and n are non-negative integers. So where m and n are non-negative integers, that means it denominator if contains just 5 or some power of 5, or it contains just 2 or some power of 2, or if it contains both 5 and 2 with same powers, or if it contains both 5 and 2 with different powers, every case decimal expansion will undoubtedly be terminating. So here we have seen this denominator contains 5 raised to power 3, so the decimal expansion of this must be terminating, and we will also try to find out how much the decimal expansion is. So this can be further written as 13 upon 5 raised to power 3 into 2 raised to power 3 into 2 raised to power 3. See, I want to, it is 3, 5 raised to power 3, I also have written 2 raised to power 3 at both the places, so this does not change the quantity, yet it ensures that here I will have 10 raised to power 3. So now there it is 13 into 8 divided by 10 raised to power 3. This becomes 8 3 is 24, 104 divided by 1000. So decimal expansion of this comes 0.104. So this was all about how to go about, and now I will see what about decimal expansion of that number 6 by. If I write here 6 and this will become 3 and 5, simply if you look at the denominator, it is containing a number other than 2 and 5. 5 is there, but it is 2 is not there, and but in addition to that, if it is there, so if we just simply look, when the denominator is not of this type, then the decimal expansion of this rational number should be non-terminating but repeating. But also the statement of the theorem was insisting very hard on this. Before looking for the nature of q, please do ensure that both p and q are made co-prime. So if I write it like this, 6, 3 into 2, and here also 3 into 5, this gets cancelled, this becomes 2 upon 5. So now if I look at the nature of q, it is containing 5, so I can write this is 2 into 5, sorry, 2 into 2 upon 5 into 2 multiplied by 2 there, multiplied by 2 here, it becomes 4 upon 10, or that becomes 0.4. So this was a very important part of the theorem, that don't simply look at the denominator. Before looking at the denominator, ensure that both p and q are co-prime. Thereafter, if you find the denominator contains a number other than 2 and 5, then the decimal expression of that number will be non-terminating but repeating. And if it contains only 2, if it only contains 5, or if it contains 2 and 5 both different with different powers, and if it contains both 2 and 5 with the same powers, then every case, in all these 4 cases, decimal expansion of such a number will be terminated.